t-shirt. It's iconic. It's in every single capsule wardrobe list, every staples, basics, recommendations that you'll find anywhere on the internet. So why do I hate it? Every time in my life I've worn a t-shirt, I've come away feeling less confident in my body, less put together, and it doesn't make me feel good. So why is it always recommended as the chic, classy thing that everyone needs to own? Well, I am here to dispel that myth. T-shirts can be a really great basic, a really great staple in some people's wardrobes, but for lots of people, they're either gonna go unworn or make you feel more uncomfortable in your own body. My name is Ellie-Jean, I'm a personal stylist, and on this channel, we find our style by finding ourselves. A few years ago when I was getting into fashion and I was thinking about how to make my own wardrobe more wearable, I bought myself 3 t-shirts. Every single piece of advice out there seems to give the impression that you should be wearing them and you should have them in your wardrobe and that they'll make other things in your wardrobe more wearable. This was definitely not the case for me. I found myself trying to find workarounds like creating knots at the waist or trying to wear them off my shoulder or lots of little things like that, just instinctively knowing that it might improve it for me. But doing things like that isn't exactly classy. It creates a very crafty impression, which is not my style, which tends to be a lot more elegant, timeless, simplistic, and that didn't really work for me. It was a little while after that I discovered kibbie body types. So after lots of oohing and ahhing, I've settled into being a soft classic, which means that I am moderate with slight curve influence. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I really recommend watching this video, which breaks down the kibbie body types in depth. But essentially, I discovered that I need to be honoring curve in my silhouette, which means I need to be wearing tops, wearing pieces of clothing which are delicate, lightweight, soft, rounded, as well as balanced, minimal, simple, which is the classic element of my body type. And t-shirts aren't really doing this. They're not soft, they're not delicate, and so they're not doing much for me, and suddenly I had an answer as to why it's not making any sense. I realized that little tops, much like this one, are much better for my body type, and they work just the same way. You put them on with a pair of jeans and it's just the same kind of basic, but it actually feels a lot more like it honors me and my body type, and I feel a lot more confident. So before I go on to tell you who might look really good in the typical t-shirt, make sure to head to bodyandstyle.com if you want me to help you find your body type, which will make the next section a lot easier for you. So who might look good in the t-shirt? Most likely a t-shirt is going to work on you if you're a flamboyant gamine, a dramatic, a flamboyant natural, or a dramatic classic. That was a strange order. So essentially t-shirts look really good on yang types because t-shirts tend to have high necks, which adds sharpness near your face. They tend to be boxy and straight lines, which echoes more angular shapes in your frame, and they're not conflicting with you. They tend to follow the flow of your own body. Gamines, flamboyant gamines are gonna look particularly good in t-shirts because they tend to be quite boxy, and anything with a boxy shape is gonna look great on a flamboyant gamine as they have a lot of contrast in their frame. Each of these will need a slightly different shaped t-shirt. Like a flamboyant natural is going to look better in a t-shirt that is more draped than very stiff, and a dramatic is going to look better in a t-shirt that's more stiff than draped. Same with the dramatic classic, they're going to need something very simple, but ultimately throw on a t-shirt, most of these are going to look pretty good. The types who are going to struggle most with a t-shirt are romantic, theatrical romantic, and soft dramatic. So these have a lot of yin influence in their frame. Even though soft dramatics are yang dominant because they have vertical as their dominant feature, their curve is also a massive influence. These types are going to struggle most with t-shirts because they have round shapes in their body. They have very exaggerated softness, and the stiffness, the straight lines of a t-shirt is unlikely to honor the best bits of their body. It's going to hide their shape, and it's not going to give that effortless vibe. The types in the middle are soft natural, soft gamine, and soft classic. Now, I'm a soft classic and t-shirts aren't amazing on me and I will avoid them, but certain shaped t-shirts I can get away with. Classics are very balanced, so some t-shirts could work and might look all right. Soft gamines can take t-shirts slightly better than a soft classic. They have a lot of contrast in their frame, and they have some yang in their shoulders, and some soft kamins can look really incredible in a t-shirt. It really depends how it's worn, how the rest of the outfit moves around that t-shirt. And soft naturals, I think out of this list, they're gonna struggle the most because they tend to have a lot of curve in their frame, but it depends how that curve operates in that specific person's line. They might be able to get away with a t-shirt depending on the outfit and how it's framed. Knowing your body type can make things like gaining weight a lot more manageable. That was one of the moments when I gained about a stone, when I realized, oh, these things that used to work for me aren't working for me anymore. And it's not because I gained weight, it's just because my features became more exaggerated, and then I became more aware through that process of what does and doesn't work for my body type. And now that I've lost some weight again, the things that I discovered during that period still apply. So that's very interesting. I think that knowing these kind of things can make changes in your body a lot more comfortable because you already are aware of the things that are gonna work for you as your body moves, as it will over your life. So if there's an item in your wardrobe or an item on the typical capsule wardrobe list that you feel is a little bit off, maybe adjust to something that's going to work better for you and your body type. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Not everybody's basics are the same, and I think adjusting your basics for who you are is a really great move. Thank you so much for watching. If you want my help finding your body type, make sure to head to bodyandstyle.com. The link is in the description. If you've enjoyed this video, I really think you'll enjoy my video on how to mix patterns. This is a great video that hardly anybody ever watches, but it's maybe one of the best videos I have ever made. I really recommend it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.